some morning cardio on the Stairmaster, if you couldn't tell. So I'm going to do about, every time I do morning cardio, it's at least 30 minutes. I usually get 45, maybe get an hour. I wanted to use this time to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about how I got to where I am now. To give you a little update from about summer till Thanksgiving. Dropped 30 pounds, like I said before, and it was just nice, slow and steady. Just you know, watching what I ate. Worked out about 5-6 times a week, and then just a very minimum cardio, maybe like one day, because I hate cardio unless it's a football drill or something like that. So I did that. I told myself from Thanksgiving to New Year's I'm gonna give myself some time to do some strength training, and just kind of take a little break from watching what I eat so much, because I knew I was going to do this challenge after New Year's. After December, basically, I did intuitive eating. You know, just ate when I'm hungry, and when I wasn't hungry, kind of just chilled instead of, you know, just timing out my meals and stuff like that. Which was good. I did a PR for squat, which is 370 all the way down. And by the way, I squat over 400 before, but I kind of, you know, went halfway down like you see most people in the gym do. But after that, I relearned my squat. So from here on out, I'm gonna hit at least parallel 90 degrees for it to count as a PR for me. So I hit a PR. That was great. Bench pressing. On average, it was like 300 on bench press. Deadlift, it was still around 400, so no PRs on that. That's okay. I got my squat PR. That's good. And then actually, I kind of dropped a pound or two, and then Christmas and New Year's rolled around, and I went back up a pound or two. So by New Year's, I was still 210. So what happened? Around the holidays, I kind of really can't pinpoint exactly what day, but I was being tested very heavily, just in life, and I'm going to call it refined through the fire, because just some health issues, just, it was rough, man. I was in a lot of pain, probably the most pain in years that I've been, and I was trying to commit to not skipping 2 days in a row at the gym. So one of the days I actually just stayed in bed all day, just because my mind was ready to get up and go about my day, but my body was in so much pain that I wasn't willing to, I guess. And I ended up waking up at like 6 p.m. and so I decided, you know, just rest that day. I think that was the peak of it, and it's pretty bad. But I feel like that was the highest point of the fire. You know, you gotta just keep pushing, keep going. I'm surprised I did go all those other days. So I got some, this was coffee, but now it's BCAAs while I do my cardio. Yeah, so everyone out there trying to transform, or if they're doing this challenge, you gotta know something. It's more than the physical aspect of it. Coming to this challenge, I feel like I already won. I already saw the finish line, I already saw me winning. That's never happened before, and just my mindset is on a different level, and I'm so happy because of that. I'm just proud of myself that it just changed, and it's weird, but I feel like totally different person, even though nothing specifically happened, but just because my mindset's on another level, it changes everything. So if you guys are trying to transform out there, know that it starts with the mind. Whatever the mind does, the body follows. So if you see yourself saying, oh, I'm gonna last at least 6 weeks out of the 12 of this challenge, then guess what, week 6 it's gonna be really hard. And you probably won't make it week 7. So I've done this challenge last year. I've only made it 9 weeks and then I gave up, I threw in the towel. So I just felt like it was too hard mentally to keep track of my macros. But that's that. So sharpen your mind and realize that it's also, you'll hear it all the time, but how bad do you want it? You know, a lot of people say they want it, but they just kind of want it. They don't want to put in the work. So to get to that level where you want it so bad is you gotta go through the fire. If you look at an example of gold, you know, back in the day, even now, miners will gather gold or some form of metal, and then it will go through the fire, go through a process. The reason why it goes through that process is because when they gather this gold, it's kind of dirty. It's not ready yet to put on the market. It's not ready to sell. So what they do is they process it through the fire and it gets refined. So it becomes a pure form of self. I feel like to get to that next level, that's what I did. That's what we all need to do. We need to go through the fire to become a pure form of ourselves, a better version of ourselves. And this mentally, the physical aspect will come, but you gotta start mentally and then be prepared for the physical, which comes in planning and preparation, of course. So some people say, you know, how do you do cardio in the morning? And you just gotta start. I hated cardio, like I said before. I only did it maybe once a week. And then I just started doing it. You know, just thinking about this contest. The goal for me now is not so much physique, shaping myself like bodybuilding, but it's more burning as many calories as possible, drop the fat. You know, within 12 weeks, it's pretty aggressive, but it has to get done. So I said, hey, you know, whatever it takes. If I have to wake up every morning, 6 or 7, just get more morning cardio in, I'll do it. And then when I lift later in the afternoon, if I have enough energy, I'll do some more cardio at the end. You know, 20-30 minutes steady state, or about 15 minutes I'll hit. You just gotta get rolling. You just gotta do it. You know, I went from hating cardio, and I still hate cardio, once a week, and now I'm gonna be doing it every single day. So far, last week I did 6 times a week, and then this week, week 3, I'll be doing it 7. I say, make time for it. Do your morning cardio, because it clears your mind, sharpens you. Discipline, right? Yeah, stay disciplined. I gotta think, what's gonna help me towards my goal, right? The way I'm thinking of it now is every single day, day in, day out, do I check the box? You know, how much sleep I get. You know, everything I'm eating, will it fit my macros, or am I going way overboard? Which basically the first 2 weeks it was fitting my macros, but the weekends kind of went a little overboard. So I decided I'm just gonna pack my meals every single day now, unless I have some insane craving that I just have to get later on, which might happen. I think I'll be alright for a while. Motivation. Same thing I said. You have an end goal, you gotta get there. You gotta ask yourself, is this meal gonna help me towards my goal, or be another day behind? You don't want to be behind, because how many years have you been trying to do this? Me? A lot. You gotta figure out why you're doing this. yeah, health and fitness, of course. But there needs to be a certain point in your life where you say enough is enough, and you take control, and do whatever it takes to get there. Think about it, guys. This is a COVID challenge, but realistically, a good steady transformation will take 5-6 months. You grind for that 5-6 months, and you're set for life. You know, once you get to that fit state, that low body fat percentage, you'll be fine. As long as you don't go back to your old ways. Because if you look at the fitness industry and the fitness models, you always see them posting their cheap meals of pizza and cookies and cakes. You wonder how, they can eat all that. People like us and other people can't. But you can. It's just that once they're in that low body fat percentage, they already hit their goal. So it's a lot easier to maintain. There's just someone like myself, I'm about 20% body fat right now, and it'll be a lot harder if you keep feeding your body that crap. They say working out is hard. For me, I love working out, so that's not the hard part. I hate the cardio, so it's kind of hard. And now I'm disciplined enough to do it, and I got used to it, and it's not that bad. The hard part is nutrition. So think of it like a triangle. There's 3 aspects: the health and fitness, weight training, cardiovascular, and nutrition. Nutrition is going to be at the top because you can't outwork a bad diet. You just can't. So nutrition is the hardest part for me. Comment below if you're struggling with the same thing, and I'll try to post more tips on how to be on top of your game with that.
So I'm showing a little bit of my ab routine. I'll be hitting abs maybe once or twice a week. Not that often. Before I never really did abs because I kind of trained it, when I do heavy deadlifts and stuff like that. So I'll be doing a little bit of that. But I want to talk about refined through the fire again, because I kind of was just rambling off the top of my head while doing some cardio. So I wasn't really formatted. You could tell that I'm still not feeling well. My voice is not that great right now, but going to do this voiceover. So basically, refined through the fire. I just want to make a point that I forgot to mention before, that it goes through a process, right? It goes through the fire. And when you think about that, or just anything, we're kind of lazy. Like this generation, I don't know, at least nowadays, we're just kind of lazy. And we don't want to put in the work. There's so much instant gratification that happens, even with our cell phones. We can get direct access to basically anything. It's like a laptop nowadays. And we just want that instant gratification, but that's not going to happen. You got to put in the work. So you got to go through the fire. You got to be refined through the fire to become a better version of yourself. And I feel like a lot of people, they get worried or they get scared because they think the fire, it's going to be so hard. And yeah, it's going to be hard, because I think that anything worth having, it's not going to come easy. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it at the end. So just keep pushing on, guys.